What's up? How you doing? Happy Friday. How we at? How are we doing? Am I ready for the patch? I don't have anything, gameplay wise, I don't think there's anything else that I'm planning on doing to prepare for the patch. There's definitely things that I could do that would be good. Even just the one that came out today where they said that if you do a key this week to get a cache next week, you'll have some Titan residuum in your cache. Common logic would say that I should probably do a key, but my brain says, do I care about an Azurite vendor? Like, I have some Azurite gear. I don't know what it does. It's probably fine. And then, in late January, there will be a raid, and that'll come out. And there will probably be Azurite gear there. I don't know. See you later. Gonna go try and get some transmog. Been watching Hazel forever, but it was always at work during a live stream. Welcome, Neil. Waiting on the patch to download. It was a big download. That one, I'm glad that they do the background downloading thing so you don't have to wait for it when it actually comes out. Hello, Hazel. Hello, Squirrel Squad. We got my mic positioning covers anything I ever have in my shirt, but we got the Squirrel Squad shirt on. Oh man, happy Friday. What's up, everybody? How's the new PC? It's good. It's good. It's my baby. It's been behaving very, very well. It's been working good. I was so excited to be finally working on my first, and I shouldn't hype it up just in case for whatever reason something goes wrong and I have to downscale it. But the Nomer pet dungeon that I am working on should, in theory, be the first 4K WoW video I'm able to put out, and I'm really excited about that. But I'm not actually done it yet because I'm still working at strategies, and it's not done yet, so it's not out yet. I want to have it done yesterday, but streaming the new computer, I did this. It's been done for I think a week or so. The video, it took me a really long time to get the video finished and edited, so there's a bit of a delay there. Good evening. Hi, Lawrence South. How you doing? Nexus Whelp was the winner. Yeah, so I think my team, because I did that, the only reason that I remembered that was because I did it this morning. I think my team for, what's her name? Talia. Yeah, so what I use apparently is I use an albino, I'm not trying to level anything, I use an albino river calf, and what I do with that is I just put up stone skin, and then I mash, I want to say bite, because it's a critter first, right? And then I use the starlet, and then by the time the starlet dies, which is usually like halfway through that flying pet that you're talking about, I then just bring in the Nexus Whelp and Arcane Star Mana Surge, and that's the end of that. But I think it would work pretty well. The plan today, I would like to, well, I should probably look and see what the rewards are first, because I don't know if I'm feeling extremely excited about it, but I might just be having one of those days where it's just, it's a little more chill, it's a little more sad back. So it's Wrath Timewalking, is it not? Is it Timewalking? I thought, yeah, Wrath Timewalking. So if I head to Old Dalaran, and if I can remember how to get to Old Dalaran, because I don't really remember. There's a way. Can you get to Old Dalaran from New Dalaran? Oh, man. Is there a Hazel Discord? There sure is a Hazel Discord. It should be linked. Let me look. Usually I have it linked in the stream description, the invite link. Huh. I must have missed it. Oh, there it is. Yeah. It's at the end of the big list of emotes. Usually I have an extra line between those, but I must have lost it. But yeah, there's a Discord link in the description of the stream. 350 older cache. Well, no, I don't care about that. I'm talking about, I go Veil, and then there's a port from Veil of Eternal Blossom. That's right. From the vendor, the Timewalking vendor, because 350 gear doesn't really matter to me. My gear's fine. I have gear from the last raid, and that'll do me until the next raid, and that's my life. But I know that I am more recently starting to collect toys, because I still don't have Brutus. I still don't have this 400 toys meta achievement, and I'm not even especially close. We're at like 365. We got another 35 of those things to go. So, I've been, and I don't think I have the Wrath Timewalking toys. So I'm going to see what they are, how many there are, how much they cost, and then we can come up with a plan. Because what I've been doing recently is just taking one character every Timewalking, running it through to get that 500 token bonus, and then taking the next character through. And that seems to be just the best input, or the best output for my time. So if I look at the vendor, there's a 750 badge toy, a 2000 badge toy, 1500, And then the rest of it's trick. So 3 toys, one at 15, 750, then 2,000. So if I look at my currency tab, I can see that, and I'm saving my monk's currency for a mount, probably for the Burning Crusade mount, I guess, or maybe for the new one they're adding. I don't really know, so we're not spending that one. Although, I don't think I ran on my monk last time because she set out to be a tank, but she's just not good enough to tank time walking. Like, time walking is too hard for my amateur and also level 110 brewmaster tanking. It just wasn't happening. So I haven't been doing it. Okay, so for 750, how do I want to do this? Right now, I mean, I guess I could just buy this one now because that gets that done, but we can still do one. But let's see what that does. Let's see what that does. Also, I have headphones on, but there's no sound coming out of them. Let's try and fix that. At least a little bit of music. Doesn't have to be much. Are they on? A little bit. A little bit. There we go. Okay. Grizzle Snout's Fang. Pardon me. Watch this be another toy that I can't even use. I didn't read it first. Grizzle Snout's Fang. Why is it not showing up? Am I filtered? Odd. I learned it. Fang. Where'd it go? I'm having a moment. 3 toys. Hello Hazel. One costs 2K, one 750. The way the fish can's glitching out. No! I thought I had fixed that. Well, I didn't think I had fixed it, but I was trying to replicate that issue earlier and nothing would happen. I wonder why. I must need something on my new computer. I downloaded every Logitech camera driver I could think of, and it just doesn't, it's just not happy. It's only the bottom part. What if I just do that? No, not helping. I don't know, man. First live stream. Welcome to Big Ski. How are you doing? Love the lipstick today. Oh, I thank you. This lipstick has put up with some stuff for me today. I put it on this morning, and usually if I'm doing a lipstick on a Friday, I redo it after lunch before the stream. But this one, I actually recorded, and you haven't seen it yet because I haven't finished it yet, but I actually recorded the vlog after lunch because the takes I did before lunch weren't good. And I was like, should I put it back on again? And I looked at it, it was mostly fine. It's like, all right, you can survive Chinese food. Good job. New vendor with WotLK Timewalking will have 2 mounts. I'm saving up for those. They did look kind of cool, but they also, wasn't it just like it was like an elk beast, right? I don't know. We'll see. I would like to find, oh, you know what? Hang on, let me click on it in the thing. It's, I think I know why. Oh, no, never mind. Grizzle Snout's Fang. Heed the call of the wild to quickly cross vast distances, only usable in Northrend. I'm in Northrend, right? Maybe I have to be in, like, Northrend. No, let's leave Dalaran and let's go, like, jump off the edge. Because that's a fun thing to do on a Friday. And we'll try and use it then. He quickly cross vast distances. Find out. It's a fun mystery, because I probably never would have bought that if I was not just collecting toys for the sake of a bigger number. Hello everyone. Hello Hazel. Hey Shannon, how are you doing? We haven't had a nut bought in a while. That's all right. So now it's in my, all right. So now it shows up. You have to be in Northrend, otherwise it doesn't even appear in the list. And I use that. Oh, I'm going. I have 12 seconds of what is presumably slightly faster than mount speed. I mean, I am cute. It is a cute dog. Nope, can't walk on water. That would be too much. And now it's over. All right, well, if I was going to rank toys, that one wouldn't be terribly high up. Let's still do a time walking. I'm going to list for one, so I'm going to make a group in the North America Alliance group finder. I almost said Canadian, that's not right. North America Alliance, we're doing a time walking dungeon. I will heal or damage this one. I don't really care. Dungeons, start a group for, I'll put it in custom. Title of the group's going to be called Hi, I'm Hazel. And I'll take the first 4 that fit a normal time walking group, and we'll try and get new groups in for each character that we do. Hello everyone, hello Hazel. Fiery Ram. I have an idea, attach a GoPro to your cat for your live streams. I have a feeling that my cat would not take kindly to wearing a GoPro. We've never actually really put clothes on our animals. Like we made the dog wear a bow tie for the wedding, and that was super cute. All right, so we have 2 DPS, so we need 1 healer or a DPS. So there's a DPS, which means I will heal. Have I done this math right? 1, 2, 3 DPS, 1 tank, and then I heal. I think I'm right. I think we're good. Yeah, so we made the dog wear a bow tie for the wedding, but that was kind of it. The cat doesn't even wear a collar. We never really got her a collar because she is strictly an indoor cat. And now it's kind of too late. Like, I don't know if she would wear it. So I'm going to queue us up. One of our tanks, I think, listed as flex to DPS, so that will do just fine. I just need one of them to switch over. Zachary, thank you very much for becoming a member. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. I appreciate the support, and I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I need a Canadian server, like a Canadian WoW server. You don't want to group with the non-Canadians. So I think we're good now. I think I can. I'm still listed. I need to delist because it's a custom. That's right. That's my fault. Oopsie daisy do. Hey Timmy, how you doing? How you been? I have a fruity green tea today. And I don't remember what fruit is in it. I know it's green. I want to say like apples or pears or something like that, you know? Probably something from a tree. My transmog needs help. I don't think I've fixed my holy set in quite some time. I'm also not convinced that I really know what I'm doing as holy. Like, it's just time walking, so it should be fine. But I was reading a thread somewhere, and somebody said that holy priests don't use heal or flash heal anymore. And I don't, like, it was just I don't even remember where I read this, so I don't know if that's true or not, but something about binding heal being way better. And I don't think I'm even spec'd into binding heal, so I must be doing it super wrong. Maybe I should look at it. Maybe I should compare some numbers. I had a devil costume for my dog this Halloween. She did not like the headpiece at all. Oh, man. Animal costumes are always cute, but I never, like, I always kind of figured something that you put on and it's a picture and it's like a really cute picture, and then you probably take it off unless your dog likes it. I know some dogs and cats do enjoy wearing clothes, but I've gotten increasingly less tolerant of clothes myself as I get older. Like, I'm not saying I'm a nudist. I'm just saying that I expect more comfort out of my clothes and less like, oh boy, oh, this is a lot of damage all around. I'm going to throw a guardian spirit over there. And oh no, now I don't have it for over here. And then I have this button, the blue one's good. Maybe I should have spec'd into binding heal. I don't know if that would have saved us. Oh, we're doing okay. We're doing all right. Kind of, sort of. Oh no, never mind. Lost him. I'm sorry. I don't know how to, I'm not a terribly talented holy priest, and in any case, I'm not sure which, buttons are the right ones. I had Desperate Prayer. I might need that. I took some damage. Desperate Prayer feels like it's more like desperate ask for some help and maybe they'll like look into it. It doesn't feel very miraculous. It kind of feels like the deity that you were praying to was kind of like, well, noted, that sucks. Here, have a mint. It's not. Binding heal is better until 8.1. So, what have I taken? Yeah, I'm expecting to Surge of Light. Maybe that's not the best. Binding heal is 659 for 240. Oh, the numbers are probably going to be all messed up because I'm currently in a time walking. Maybe I should look at it later. Did you get the quest for time walking? No, and there's really no point because I'm not going to do it. It's been a long time since I've done more than one time walking per character. I like just doing the one per character thing to get my 500 per character. It just feels more efficient, especially because the 350 old year piece doesn't really hold any appeal for me. We all have some serious poison damage going on. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh no, I can't even Desperate Prayer. Oh dear. Oh no. I love your gnome's hat. Well, maybe I'll keep it. Maybe accidental transmogs are the best transmogs. Time walking isn't as easy as you would think. I found it depends on the one. I always thought the Burning Crusade time walking was the hardest one. I'm starting to change my mind. Ooh, that snake bundle looked kind of cool. starting to go back on that a little bit. I don't know how much you're supposed to set up for time walking. I kind of figured because you can queue for it before you even get to BFA levels that it doesn't terribly matter what kind of gear you have. But my Azurite gear, this is the same stuff that I wear when I'm doing shadow stuff, so I highly doubt that I have any healing traits. We need to let this completely reset. We cannot keep doing this. Let's not filter it anymore. Holy no longer gets the shield cast. My Holy Priest shield is gone. Oh, yeah. Power Word shield is Dis and Shadow. I'm surprised that they left Shadow with it. Hi, Hazels. Wanted to run, but I'm stuck in bed sick. Good luck on your runs. I hope you feel better soon. I got flying and drainer last night. Woo! Grats! That'll be awesome for leveling alts, especially if that's one of the things that you're going to be... Oh, I'm still alive. Look at that. I didn't think it would reset because I was standing there getting beat up on. I don't really know how that works. Especially if you're planning on leveling any alts in 8.1, that should be vastly helpful. Oh, hello, Hazel. Hey, Ben. How are you doing? I'm a bit sad. My kitty hates me a bit now. I tried to trim her claws. She got stressed out, wouldn't even let me pet her afterwards. Cats can be like that. I'd say she'll get over it, but I've never met your cat. she'll probably get over it. You're doing a good thing by trying to keep her nails trimmed. They can split, I think is the word. I know that ours, they kind of like flake when they get too long, and then we know we have to do them. Definitely tough. Holy Word shield for priests are a waste of mana unless you are desperate to save somebody. Holy Word shield for Holy Priest. I don't have a Holy Word shield. Holy Word shield. I have Holy Word Serenity. Or are you talking about Sanctify? My mana's mostly fine for this. I mostly need more throughput. And I can't change my talents. Well, maybe I can. Do I have a tome? I might have tomes. It's just a time walking. Maybe you're allowed to change your talents in these. But I don't know what I would fix it to. Hazel, greetings from Minas Tirith. 500 subscribers with no... Oh, I see. That's a username. I was confused. I missed the first message and I was like, what? It's good to stay inside and time walk. It is way too cold here in Portland. It is chilly, and I've actually been kind of enjoying it, like especially like a late night walk. For whatever reason, I can go for the walk in the exact same temperature in the evening and then again in the morning, and the morning one feels awful. But in the evening, maybe you've just like had a whole day being fired up and it's just you got the breeze on your face. You can go fast. There's nobody out there. You know, you got nothing else ahead of you. You can just go for a nice walk and then go to bed. And it's been chilly, but I have these mitts, and I'm convinced that I look ridiculous, but I don't care. They're like these mitts that I got as a kid, which means it's surprising that they fit, because they're actually like oversized. They're huge. I must have gotten them as like a larger child, and they must have been way too big for me, because they're clearly adult sized, but like they're big, red, fluffy mitts. And I have been converted to mitts because gloves keep your fingers from being friends with each other, and they like... You know, I think the gloves are the enemy. They're isolating your fingers and trying to get in between them and turn them against each other and let them all freeze out in the cold on their own. And I don't know if I've ever worn a pair of gloves that really kept my hands warm, or at least like not even just not damaged, but warm. And I don't really need my fingers for anything while I'm out walking my dog. Like if I have to pick up after my dog, I can take the glove off for a second, or the mitt off for a second and then put it back on after to like tie off the bag or whatever. But, these big red, and they're huge, and they're bright red. And the rest of the colors that I wear, I try and keep fairly neutral. So it's just, I'm just walking around with like these giant balloons on both hands. But they're the fluffiest, warmest things. And I feel like safe, like no matter how windy it gets, nothing's getting through those big fluffy gloves. And I've been trying to find a newer pair of them just because those things are probably like 20 to like 15 years old. There's got to be an expiration date on them. I should be prepared for the end. But I can't find, like, nobody makes mitts, and I don't want, like, waterproof mitts. I don't want them to have, like, a big shell. I don't want them to be super stiff or heavy. I just want, like, these insulated, fluffy mitts. I need to read chat so that I can stop talking about mitts. Favorite is Dis. It's a lot of fun to play. I do enjoy Holy a lot, though, too. I enjoy Holy, but I'm getting a feeling like I'm doing it wrong. So maybe I'm enjoying Holy wrong. Can't stay, but I stopped by to say hi. Have a great night. See you later, LaFera. Have a good one. Swapped a Lightbringer. I will try not to cause any auctionist crashes, but the economy is so good compared to my old realm. It does all right. It does all right. It's a nice medium size. The server's been getting bigger. It used to be like on the smaller, it used to be on the lower pop end of medium, and now it is frequently branded as a high pop server, which I hope doesn't change it too much. But there's not really a lot of there's not really a whole lot of things that are server specific. It's pretty much just the auction house really, and like mythic, current tier mythic rating, which I don't know if Lightbringer's the place for. I think there's one guild. There's one, or there's at least one, maybe probably a couple, but there's at least one guild that does current tier mythic progression, but not exactly a ground for it. You've gotten out of a nice warm bed, and going out in the cold is worse than being up all day with your body at a cooler temperature. Perhaps that's it. I try to encapsulate the warmth that I generated by sleeping as quickly as possible by getting dressed immediately after getting out of bed. Like, I lay out my clothes on the floor by my bed the night before, so that I, like, the first thing that I do. When I was a kid, in school, I used to go an extra step and actually pull the clothes into bed with me in the morning to preheat them, and then like wriggle into my clothes under the covers so that I could get dressed without ever leaving the safety of my bed. Gave up on that, you know, and also clearly I didn't master it, because the real 4D chess technique would have been to put those clothes in bed with you before you went to bed, so you don't even have to grab them in the morning. But it is kind of a lot of work to get dressed when you're like under blankets. It takes some doing. Gloves are the enemy. Hazel 20. I mean, maybe I have the wrong gloves, but when was the last time you were outside and it was really cold and you were wearing a pair of gloves and you were like, my hands are warm? You know, it's nice that they aren't. What's going on? Will this guy follow? I don't know. You know, it's nice that they're not frostburn. You know, that's good. You can feel them, which is nice, but they're still, when you take them off, they're still cold. They still like prickle when you get back inside in the warmth. Hit 2 million gold today. Congrats, Steven. Dana, I'm glad that your fur was okay. Your fur baby. I knit mittens for my dad that has fingerless gloves beneath so he can just get his bare fingers but keep his hands warm. I've seen those. I'm cautious of extra layers because I don't want them to be too stiff, which is weird because I don't care about my dexterity. But that might be the solution. Knitting may also be the solution, although knitting anything designed to be worn that's not an actual rectangle sounds above my wheelhouse. Bad cat. Oh no. This is nice if you know who you play with. Holy is nice too. Yeah, I don't know. I like throughput. Like, whenever, I don't heal much. I'm more of a damage, like an art range DPS player if we're looking at PvE. Healing always felt kind of boring in PvE, but if I am going to do healing, I want numbers, you know, I want big throughput. I'm less, like, preventing damage just feels too responsible, I guess. I want to fix it with, like, theatrical miracles, you know? I want it to look very clear and exciting that somebody was about to die, but I fixed it, you know? I have a... I'm sure there's some kind of a complex for that. Hello, Hazel. Hey, Axel, how are you doing? What are you guys planning for your weekends? You guys do, I know some people do holiday stuff like for the entire month of December, and I was excited to decorate, but after having decorated, there's not a whole lot of other holiday-y stuff going on around here until I go home for Christmas. And we got mittens in the army, and we're told to only use gloves when we need the dexterity -30. Yeah, mittens are just better. They're just factually better, and I'm surprised that more people don't wear them. I guess people want their hands, especially if like you need to check your phone for something, but I've discovered that I don't talk to anybody, so I don't need to check my phone because there's nothing there. Put the clothes between 2 layers of blankets unless you need to be pressed. True. Couldn't say that I have pressed clothes. Well, I can't say never in my life. I think I ironed a few things for band performances. Like, I had button-down shirts that I ironed once or twice for band, and I think I ironed a button-down shirt for a job interview once. But, you know, you could probably count the number of times that it's been done on one hand or 2 mitts. Thanks. Never change. Thanks, never change. PC. What? I did that too, dressing under the blanket. It felt like the smartest thing ever because, you know, you got to feel like, oh, I'm still moving on with my day. I'm totally not just like staying in bed and procrastinating, but you super are. But it's like a nice excuse. And then when you put on your clothes and they're pretty warm. Hey Hazel, hey Mary, how are you? Is this the new Threadripper for streaming? And if so, how are you capturing? It looks amazing. This is the Threadripper, yes. And it's real good. It's currently being taxed at about 14% because I've adjusted my settings to use a decent chunk of it. And I know 14 doesn't sound like a very high percent, but for streaming it's quite a lot. Or at least I think so. I don't know. Based on how I've lived the rest of my life. And it's pretty good for streaming. Obviously, that's going to be kind of dependent on you guys and like what your bitrate is or what your connection is like for receiving the content and also on what YouTube is doing on their end for transcoding. But I do know that YouTube lets me crank my uploading bitrate when I'm streaming. And I have reasonable enough internet to do that. So this is just letting me actually, it can handle all that. And it should look reasonably okay. Should look decent. It's not going to look as good as a recorded video will. But that's where I'm really excited is I like doubled my recording bitrate when I was doing different test records for 4K to try and get the quality to where I wanted. And there's this beautiful... The files aren't even that big. Like, that's the beautiful thing, is I can still record projects at the same length and not have any trouble with my file sizes being too big. And it's just so pretty. It's just so many pixels. I just need all of them. What have I missed? We're just doing some time walking. We're doing a little viewer time walking. We're coming up on the last boss in Gundrak on my main priest, who is Spectus Holy, which is a little bit of a liability, but you guys are very graciously, we're keeping it together. You did a lot better on PC assembly than I would have. It's just, I mean, clearly I didn't have a perfectly smooth experience, but it's just a part of its practice. I've done it a few times before, and that always helps with the confidence. And then it's not too bad, especially if you're using more standard parts. If you do some research, you watch a few videos, read a couple guides, and just like have a plan, you'll be just fine. The main thing that I wish I had done differently, that I could have done without knowing more things, is I wish I had been a little bit more organized when I was building with where I put all my packaging, because some packaging you want to keep and then some packaging you can get rid of, and some things like there's extra brackets you want to hang on to, and I just wish I had like had a couple of different piles, because I basically just threw stuff over my shoulder when I unboxed it, and then later I was like, wow, my office is a disaster and I need to actually figure out which of these things I need and which of them I don't. So I wish I'd been a little bit more organized as I went, but aside from that, not too bad. This is excellent while under load. My rig runs about 44% CPU load when I'm doing it. I'm also really happy with the temperatures. I didn't mention that in the PC build video. I had a whole section talking about it, but it was just a bunch of numbers that nobody cares about. It's like, they're decent. And part of it's, I mean, it's winter. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit rougher when it's, you know, 35 degrees Celsius in here because it's summer. Although I guess we have AC we can run. But it idles at 30 Celsius and then under load, 50 Celsius, like maybe 60 at like one spot on the motherboard, but it's been, and it's pretty stable, and I've thrown everything I can at it, and it doesn't seem to get much hotter than that, and I am thrilled. I could overclock it. I don't know. I'm more about longevity of parts, and if it's meeting my needs, I don't necessarily need to make it faster for the sake of making it faster, as long as, you know, I'd rather have it run cooler and hopefully last a little bit longer, because heaven knows I spent enough money. What is your self and target unit frame add-on? Looks like a minimalist version of the default. This is Shadowed Unit Frames, SUF. It has a bajillion options that you can use to set it up any which way you like. You can even make it look more minimalist than this if you prefer. And you can use that for any frames you like. I originally installed it just for boss frames because managing and monitoring my dot uptime across multiple bosses in fights where there are a few bosses, I've been impaled, I'm sorry, is easier when you have those, I just like the frames that show debuffs and whatnot, but I really like using it for all of my other frames as well. Watching my Xs Max looks super clear. We'll pull it up on my computer in a minute and see what it looks like in 5K. I mean, it's not gonna, it's 1080, it's a 1080 stream. I have not actually tried streaming 4K to YouTube. I'd have to look into it to see if I could. It's just so few people are actually able to receive a stream in 4K that it just seems kind of pointless, especially for WoW. Like, there's no reason it needs to be 4K. The only reason that I'd want to do it for videos is because I can. And, I don't know. Sometimes I get angry about the way a graphic looks or the way an effect looks or something that I've worked on looks, and then I realize I've blown it up to 4K when it's meant to be viewed in a very, very small thing. The adapter that I use for my camera is an Elgato. Oh no, hang on. Oh no, my bad. I was reading chat, but it's okay. If I res really quickly, nobody has to know. Elgato Cam Link, and they actually, so I have the original one, the HD 60. They actually have a 4K version now too, and I don't have a 4K camera. So, well, this one will do 4K, but only for like 3 minutes at a time, and it doesn't output 4K over its thingy, so I can't use it with the Cam Link. But, thanks, guys. Oh, I had chat scroll down. Hang on. So I'm gonna rebuff, and then we're gonna leave group. Yeah, so they came out with a version for 4K cameras. So now that I've done my computer, I'm still saving up to hopefully try and move houses at some point, but depending on the budget, and the next Patreon goal, I may try to get a nicer camera so that I can record camera videos in 4K and maybe use a better one for streaming. I don't know how late I am. I just got back from an emergency supply run, milk and cookies. That sounds like a very important emergency supply run. Also, are you Santa? That's exactly what my heat numbers are. Good cooling. I have a Noctua. Yo, I was looking at the Noctua air coolers, and they seem just like the cool thing to get as far as like, you know, price for performance, especially for an air cooler, because I've used all-in-one liquids for a while now. And the only thing that put me off of it, and I guess I could have done it, especially considering how I gave up my RGB, but the thing that put me off of it is the colors of them are the most 1980s thing I've ever seen. Like, it's the way you color a part if you are of like the old school PC school of thought where it doesn't need to be pretty because it's going inside your computer. And I was trying to build a pretty rig, and I was like, I have all of this flashy RGB, you know, neon laser gamer stuff, and then I'm gonna put this like this beige air cooler in. I don't know if I can do it, and then I didn't. No second monitor? Who are we talking about? I have 3. Oh, we're not talking about me. Second monitor is a must for gaming. Second monitor is a must for almost everything. I feel crippled when I try to work on just one monitor now. 3 is nice for streaming. 2 is fine for gaming and most things. And then one's not enough. Hazel, I love how you ignore me. Sometimes I don't see everything. Good healing, Hazel. We'll get a second monitor. I mean, don't get any, like, do what's right for you and your life and your budget. But 2 is amazing. Like, just, especially with WoW, being able to look up. I guess I just need to fly up there, huh? I just need to get back up on Dalaran. Just, like, being able to just look something up real quick or watch a stream or watch a video while you're still playing is extremely, extremely handy. My rogue got a 355 dagger from that Timewalking quest. Thanks again, Hazel. Cheers. The reason I bought the Noctua is my water cooler broke within 30 days of installing it, causing thermal throttling. Eek. Eek, that's scary. That's one of those things that, like, you just, I mean, I hope it didn't do any, I mean, it's nice that they turn off when they overheat now, as opposed to just letting it melt itself, but, ooh, frightening. Spooky. Alright, so we're getting to the center here just to pick up the next 750, and then we'll figure out what the next character we're going to run and what the next thing we're going to buy is. So I need 1501 and 2k on the other one. I am close on my hunter and my other priest. I mean, I could do it without running too many of them. We may mix up the content we decide to do today. It may not be all time walking, but I will do one on my hunter and I will do one on my... Do I want to do my other priest? I just heal. I'll do my hunter first and then we'll go back to it. I'm having a hard time feeling motivated to save up for mounts, because they're only okay. I guess I'm trying to save up for meta mounts, but I have the one that I wanted. I wanted the Frost Shard core, and then after I got that, I was like, yeah, well, I'm good, right? Does that make me done? Are we done? Where's my hunter? There it is. Just gotta pet around somewhere. I now feel chastised. By the way, Hazel, congrats on your new PC. Thank you. Going for any time walking mounts? Do you have them already? I already have the Northrend one. I do not have the Drake that drops randomly from the bosses, but I don't think that's something you really expect. I think you just live your life, and if that decides to bless you with its presence, then that's great. I wouldn't say that I would grind for it. I do have the mop ones. So I have the Wrath and the mop ones. I don't have the Burning Crusade one. And then obviously they're coming out with some new ones when they bring out Warlord's Timewalking. So I am going to go ahead, start another group. I will be DPSing this time. This will be under custom, and the name will be, once again, hi, I'm Hazel. So I need 1 healer, 1 tank, and 2 DPS. I have a 7700k, and I was scared. I thought I cooked it. What's the mount you're riding right now? No idea. I'd have to go back and look at it. I wonder if I can still see it on the replay. No, it's gone. I don't know. I use a gaming laptop nowadays. The last desktop I built had a massive heat pipe cooler. PC gaming. I don't know if I could game on a laptop. I used to think that I was going to. Like, when I first started traveling back and forth a lot between Canada and America, I bought a laptop for that so that I could, like, play WoW on it. But I very quickly... All right, so we need 1 more DPS, which was this one, and then we are set. Cool. Yeah, I thought I was going to be able to game on a laptop, and it does run it, but they get so hot, and it just stresses me out because all of your parts are right there. There's fundamentally no way to get enough air through it, and maybe, I don't know. Maybe some of them cool better than others, but if it's going to cool well, it's like a monster. It's like so big. What am I doing? I'm PvP. I'm in the wrong tab. I'm thinking arena. There's no 5s. They took 5s out. Dungeon, time walking. That's the one. I'm Urel's best goat. And Urel is best goat. A favorite upcoming mount that was shown at BlizzCon. The only mount that I remember from BlizzCon, if I'm being completely honest with you, is the meat wagon, which is the one that you get if you pre-order the super special edition of Warcraft 3 Remastered. It's not for every edition. You have to get like the deluxe one. And that's coming in 8.1. So I guess I'm excited about that. But it's not a thing that I have to like go get. It's a thing that you give them money. And I already gave them the money, so I guess I'm going to get it. It seems like a fun one to use for Warfront specifically, like the idea of running around a Warfront, especially if and when they do a Lorder on Warfront. I don't know if they would do it, but that it would be a fun one to ride around that one. Still playing WoW on a MacBook. It's as sad as it sounds. I'm gaming on my MacBook Pro, 30 FPS with no problems. The laptop I had is a MacBook, and it runs the game great. It just gets really hot. That's the only problem with it. It gets really hot, and it's also very old. It's a 2012. But there's just, you can't cool them. Keep it on a fan cooler. I do the same thing. I've got like this little Cooler Master thermal pad for it. Okay, so I need to do damage. My taunt is off. That's good. I don't know how to play Hunter. I also don't know why I must have done the one thing that, so when I moved all my settings over, I did it, I just copied over literally my interface and WTF folders onto a flash drive, and then I moved those files over, and that worked great. Like, all my settings came over, everything was fine. But the one problem is that my 2 bartender bars here, my 2 blocks down where my abilities all are, they got, I'm behind. For whatever reason, I thought that these were my friends, and they were waiting, I was waiting for them. I'm coming, I'm sorry. There we go. What was I saying? Lost it. Totally gone. The cyber power with an R9 380. Meat. The meat wagon. I play on a MacBook. My guild laughs at me. It's always a little more comfortable if you can get yourself onto a desktop one day, but I definitely understand why laptops make more sense, especially if like it's also like your school computer and you need to take it with you all the time. Ahoy! Saw your new beast of a CPU. I'm jealous. It's pretty nice. It's a dream computer. I don't think I could have done anything that would have made it like, obviously you can spend more money. You can spend as much money on a computer as you want, but I feel like I found a good point where any more would have been like severe diminishing returns. And I feel like I'm getting some good performance out of it. I run WoW on an Asus laptop I bought in 2005, only when not at home. Heating is my issue. I use a lap desk like you find in hotels, but the fans are running constantly when WoW is open. Yeah. Gets a little loud. Spins up. I found I was doing that with editing too. I want to find a solution for next year that lets me edit video a little better on the road. And I only need to do it once a year, because the only time I'm ever going to need to do that is BlizzCon. Like, the rest of my life, if I have somehow left home, which does not happen very often, I can just, you know, be on vacation. But for BlizzCon, I really should be working on videos while I'm there. You know, this past year, I kind of treated it sort of as a vacation, and I just edited everything, like, much later after I both got home and recovered from my BlizzCon plague. But if I should be able to do, like, just a news video or two on the road. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that, because this last laptop, like when I went and visited Blizzard before that, I did edit on the road, and that laptop Premiere was just crashing on it every like 45 seconds. It was like I got it done, but it took a long time. And I kind of want to do it just on like my iPad with Premiere Rush, but it's just not quite where I need it to be. It's almost there, but it's not quite there. Check you are on your profile unless you use default. Well, my profiles in Bartender are kind of a bit of a mess. I have, like, the way I used to do it is I would just copy, I would either copy or I would directly select the profile of a character that I knew I had already set up. So they're all set up like this, but they all use, like, a bunch of different profiles for it. And everything else is mostly in place. It's just that one bar that just scooched, like, a foot to the left or to the right, and I don't know why. I sometimes will drop my FPS. That helps with heating. The approximate frame rate you get while streaming. So right now, like my game frame rate, it looks like I am at 51, 55, 50. Actually, now that I look at it, once I get out of here, I might adjust some settings to try and get that over 60 at least, because I'm trying to stream at 60. So I would like to be able to squeak out a couple of more frames out of it. But I need to do a little bit. We need to at least get finished with this poll first. Outside of streaming and when recording, I typically aim for like 70 to 100. I don't have 120 hertz monitors. I think my monitors are 60 hertz. They're 4K, but I think they're 60 hertz. So I don't worry too much about crazy frame rates, but I would like to get it over 60. This is close, but it's not quite there. The next expansion is mobile only. Don't you guys have phones? What if I need to upgrade my phone for it? So usually what I want to do here is I'm just going to turn this down to like a 4, turn that down to like a 4, see if that makes a difference. All right, so yeah, that puts me up to like 70. Just turning down view distance and environmental detail, which doesn't actually reduce the detail you see, it just reduces the distance at which detail loads, makes a pretty significant FPS change. That's the thing that I've been kind of messing with whenever I'm trying to just get a little bit more frame rate for recording something, is I just toggle those down a little bit. And that seems to have done the trick. Can you edit on an iPad? So Adobe recently put out this whole thing, and it's called Premiere Rush. It's like an iPad app, and if you have an Adobe Creative Cloud membership, which I do, you can use it, like it's included in that. And you can start an edit on the iPad in Premiere Rush, which is like designed for touch. And then you can use that, move that edit onto your computer, or access it through your Creative Cloud, and either pick it up in Rush for PC, or you can just put it right in Premiere. So it's a really, really cool concept, and maybe I just need to spend more time with it. The time that I spent with it, the problem I ran into was I was able to use titles that I had saved into my motion graphics library, but I was not able to change their location over the thing. Like, I could put a title on the screen, but I couldn't move it, and that seemed like a deal breaker. I want to be able to choose where I put the thing. Finally catching a live stream. Welcome to Unicorn Potato. How will Blood Elf and Dwarf Heritage Armor work from a Demon Hunter Deathknight point of view? Do you know? I'm assuming, I don't know. I don't have any concrete knowledge, but I'm assuming that it's gonna, as long as you have the rep, you're going to be able to do the quest. I don't see why not. Isn't that how it works? Oh, I see, because you didn't like create it from level 1. I'm assuming that as long as you have the reputation, that it won't matter if you, well, I don't know. Do we have, like, how did that work for, Are there other heritage armors that are out yet for older races? I don't remember. Default 7 is a magic spot for settings. Default 7. I always like turning particle effects way up. I figure, oh, my pet died. Oh no. I should probably, like, I have all this graphics card. I would like to use, I wish, you'd think that with a graphics card like this, you'd be able to run WoW with whatever and not have it drop frames. 4K for editing mainly. I don't play games. I can't play. I do play WoW as a single player game. This dungeon gives me the heebie-jeebies. There are an awful lot of crawling things, and the only thing worse than giant spiders is giant spiders with magic. They're a little spooky. Where is the cat? Cat's probably asleep, and I can tell that because I actually have my door closed. I don't often close the door in here, but I closed my office door today, and normally the reason why I don't close the door is because you'll hear her trying to burrow her way through the floor and get into the room if there's a closed door. It doesn't matter what the closed door is to. If she knows there's a person on the other side of it, she'll try and burrow in. And the fact that she's not presently trying to do that means she's probably asleep somewhere. And I would hedge a bet that she's either on our bed or on my husband's lap. Good to catch alive. Thanks for all the content. I'm Canadian as well. Eastern, but still Canadian, of course. You didn't loot the first boss? Oh well. It'll be in the mail, right? I don't know if boosting is great for rep. I mean, the question's mostly just because with the other allied races, you have to level them from 1. If you boost them, it invalidates you from getting heritage armor, and I don't know if that applies to old races or not. WoW isn't optimized very well. 14 years old, yeah. True. True. I've heard that 8.1, I don't know if it's true that it's in 8.1, but I've heard that 8.1 contains multi-core support, which would be a big help, theoretically. As you got a Beast PC, you thought about changing some WoW files? Like, changing WoW files to go above max graphics settings? No. I try very hard to leave the WoW files alone unless changing them in a way that is, you know, with like add-ons. I leave the core files pretty far alone just because anything that is like within 10 miles of breaking terms of service, even if it doesn't, if it's like in that family, I don't touch it. Not even worth messing with. I'm sure it's fine, but I'm not sure enough that it's fine for me to do it. 7, make sure you see all the raid abilities. So high graphics cards don't do as much as they could yet. I was reading a weird thread that said that having your view distance too high was causing high-end graphics cards to use less of their potential, and it was just a whole strange thing, but hopefully it gets better. I am using my new computer. Yeah, I've been using it for about a week now. It streams good, records good, edits pretty good. The only problem I've been having is this problem. This is the only problem that I have not sorted out yet. And to be fair, I haven't actually Googled it yet. So that's a big first step. It's not like I'm stumped on it. I just haven't. I thought I had troubleshot it today because I just basically unplugged it, plugged it back in, and it was fine. But now it's not fine. And it's not really warm, so it's not overheating. Because I've felt that camera get warm before, and it's not that warm. It's just having some kind of a problem. I installed the drivers for it. I don't know what else it wants from me. Should be live on the PTR. For old races, we just need a max level character and exalted. Well, then Demon Hunters and Death Knights should be fine. If they changed in the PTR, then that kind of kills my confidence because I played a bunch of PTR and I wouldn't say that it's any better. It may be, I mean, PTR always felt like it didn't run super well. It always feels like it runs a little clunkier. And part of that's probably because it's not finished, but I can't say that it's been changing my frame rate life. Gonna support multi-threads. You'd be pretty gutted if you got into cap end. Exactly, right? Like, it's one of those things you just don't need to risk. I would rather not even play that game because it's not worth it. I'm about to start a fun new drinking game myself. I'll take a shot for every term I don't understand because I've never seen anything WoW related. Ooh, you're in a rough stream for that. Same camera. I know. Yeah, it's the same camera. Is it the USB cable? It might be, but it's the same thing. It is running through a very long USB extension, which is how I get it to my different aquariums. So that is both necessary for the way we use the fish cam, but it's also probably part of the problem. Most USB devices act a little bit strangely when you run them through a 30-foot extension, but I don't know. Yeah, no, it's the same camera. Same camera. That's a Logitech Brio. I tried the I got the latest drivers that I could find. Don't drink because you're lonely is a good tip. It is that's some good life advice. Wowhead tells you which entries to turn on to DirectX 12. Trying the changes is not on by default. Oh. Well, surely when it goes live, they won't make you edit WTF files to take advantage of it, right? That looks like faulty hardware. It works fine on the other computer, though. Like, it's been totally fine up until we moved it over. You might have fried something in it when it started. I guess I should try it again on the other computer. That's a good point. I should probably plug it back into my old one and then give it a go for a while. Let's see. I just don't know what could have possibly done that. No RGB in the computer at the end, not even taking the couch RGB strips. So there's like lots of elements in it that have RGB, like the fans on the CPU cooler do. There are little RGB LEDs all over the motherboard. The outside of the case, but I never put an RGB strip in it. I've returned the strip I bought that wasn't compatible. And I like looked at online at some other ones, and it just kind of exhausted me and made me want to go back to bed. And I meant what I said in the video where I was like, it's facing my knees. It's literally facing my knees right now. And no matter how color coordinated I get things in there, the GeForce GTX light up thing is always going to be green. So I'm decided I don't think I care. Maybe I care. I don't know. Ah, man. Don't do it. You will what? I gotta go, Hazel. Bye. See ya. I only drink to become smarter and more attractive. Oh, man. I would say that I enjoy a glass of wine, like, on a weekend night, and that's true, but when I say I've been standing in fire, when I say it like that, it makes it sound like I'm, you know, a connoisseur of fine wines, and I think that what I'm drinking is probably very cheap. It's basically alcoholic grape juice, and I'm 26, and I don't know how old I have to be before that becomes not okay. Am I first to stream? You are welcome. Glad that you showed up. How you doing? It's in moderation. I don't want to die in 14 seconds. Are you actually running time walking with fans, or am I getting the title of the stream mixed up? We are doing viewer time walking, or at least that's the theory. I make these groups by posting a group finder with a group title that just says, "Hi, I'm Hazel." So it's possible that we're getting people in here that have no idea what they're signing up for, especially because it's a custom group. It doesn't even say that we're doing time walking. But everybody seems fairly game for time walking. So there's a good bet that most of them are from chat. Need to make a new computer. Got parts to buy from your video. I just want to make sure that you watch the whole thing and that you learn the lessons from the video, because I'd hate for you to make the same mistakes I do. Like, get a different motherboard, you know? Like, you may have the same issue with another motherboard if you decide to go Threadripper. I don't know your life. Like, you would do just fine with an i9 as well if you want to spend that kind of money. It may be easier to get working with stuff. But just try something else. And then if it won't do that, be prepared to attempt a BIOS update. Always first, this is just an illusion from those pesky Nightborn infiltrators. Hello, other fellow epic gamers. Anything that you like is okay. Drink what you like. That's a good point. I like to tell people that about tea. There's a lot of pretentiousness that gets thrown around sometimes in the tea community, and while I enjoy fancy teas, I also enjoy cheap teas. It's all delicious. It's all hot, and I'm usually cold, so, you know, we're just solving a problem. My favorite tea is a hard question to answer. It's usually the one that's closest. I like a good strong English breakfast, like a good, you know, with some legs on it. That can like stand up to your boss kind of tea. I don't know what I'm saying. My pet's not dead. Well, then where is it? Give it. Come here. The technical term for RGB computers is unicorn vomit. Mine is definitely unicorn vomit tier right now, especially because they're all slightly different shades of pink, and because I was having the worst time with MSI Mystic Light. Like I was trying to change the color and I could only do it in like Mystic Light Party, whatever the heck that means. And then it went back. So the only thing that I could do that made them turn any color other than red was rainbow. So I just have twinkling rainbows and offset colors of pink in there. I watched Hero's earlier stream. If he's importing those jokes, I'm ready. Never trust a sticker. Never. I mean, we could always say trust, but verify those stickers, or at the very least, be aware that stickers lie. They lie. Wait for CES 2019. You can wait your whole life for stuff though. You know, there's always going to be something coming out, and sure, there are times when it makes more sense to wait than to build. But I'm usually of the opinion that if you are ready to build and you're happy with what's on the market, then don't drive yourself crazy waiting for better stuff to come out. I have been in that loop with cameras. My pet's having a bad day. Waiting for the Sony a7S III for what feels like forever, and they keep delaying it, which is why it feels like forever. It was supposed to come out like last year or this year, and this year's over and it's not happening. And like I could have, if I just bought something, and it wasn't a huge deal, and I'm happy to wait because I'm still saving up money for it, and I'm saving up money for other things like a house would be nice, so it's not a big deal. But you can spend your whole life waiting. Just like if you're ready to do it, then just do it. How's Timewalking doing? All right. We are on run number 2. So far, I bought a toy that lets me run slightly faster in Northrend on a 10-minute cooldown that I am never going to use again in my life. Oh, not related to time walking, but I forgot to tell you guys. I got another mount drop for me this morning. I logged in and found my Amber Warbringer, and I killed it, and it gave me my Amber Direhorn. So I'm officially done. Actually, I don't know if that was this morning. It might have been yesterday. Officially done with Warbringers. I have all 3 Warbringer mounts, and I don't need any more of them. We're all good. I still need all 3 of the world boss, the Pandarian world boss mounts. And I did go back and kill the other 2 this week, so I've gotten my first set of attempts in on those. But yeah, I'm done with Warbringers. Woo. Thoughts on the new YouTube Rewind? Oh man, I know the internet has a lot of thoughts on it. I mean, I don't know. Rewind has always been kind of cheesy. Like, I know it's cheesy, but Rewind has always been kind of cheesy. And it's just, it always strikes me as odd to throw a whole bunch of hate at something that somebody made that you didn't pay for. You know, like, I don't know what I wanted from it. It wasn't like my favorite video ever. It's a thing. I just don't see the point in like massing hate on it online. Like you're going to teach YouTube a lesson. An illusion. What are you hiding? Thought you were 15. We were all 15 once. I got a mount off stream. You got a mount off stream or I got a mount off stream? I got a mount off stream. If I streamed every single one of my Warbringer kills, I would have like 35-minute streams in any given day. Because I was just like, every time I did anything, like sat down at your desk, log on. You know, taking a break, log on, and just like check the Warbringer spawn real quick. You know, you made a snack, log on. Taking a nap, log on. Just real quick, you know, go check and see if it's up. So I would just do it constantly. You're so obsessed with mounts. 3 Panda Warbringer mounts. Which of the 4 do you have? What do you mean? There's only 3, right? Am I dumb? Like specifically the ones the Warbringers drop. There's 1, 2, 3, and I have them now. There is another Direhorn. There's Undasta drops another Direhorn, and I do not have that yet. But that doesn't drop off of Warbringers, so that's just like a once a week thing, whereas the Warbringers were like a constantly logging in kind of thing. If I drink, then my meds won't work, and then I will be ever so slightly not alive. Something to be avoided, I would agree. You're not missing much. Those are tough to come by one character. Have you been in a YouTube Rewind before? Nah. Nah, man, nah. I am such small potatoes that I'm not even a potato. I am, what's smaller than a potato? Like a parsnip? Are there any like really tiny root vegetables that are super cute? A radish. I am a radish. I hate radishes. They're awful. Like, when did anybody ever enjoy eating a radish? People put them in salads and I just take them out again. Do people cook them or are they always raw? I've only ever had raw radishes. Thoughts on radishes? I just hit 21. You just hit 21? I don't like much. I just hit 21. Oh, I see. They featured gamers, but yeah, no. I thought it was funny that gaming was Fortnite. You know what I did watch was I watched the Game Awards. I wasn't expecting to, but we put it on while we were having dinner, and that was a fun show. I didn't see the part. I heard that Overwatch won something about an esports game, and I wish I had seen that part because that was the part I probably wanted to tune in to see, but I just saw like a bunch of games that I don't really play. But I thought it was funny that Fortnite... Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of in the YouTube, not in the rewind video, but on their trending page right now, they have these sections of like the best of 2018. And there's a section for the best gaming videos of 2018, and then there's also a section for the best Fortnite videos of 2018. Like, they had to have their whole extra bar for those. Just because, oh, I thought I got out of that, but I did not. Oops, sorry. It was just too big. It was so silly. I'm in my Warlord's Garrison trying to get all my followers and all the different ship names. You have some dedication to keeping yourself busy. Not that I hate Fortnite, just was not really good for me. It's like Fortnite's popularity has gotten to a point where it's easy, like if you don't play it, it's easy to hate it just because it's so popular. It's kind of like Minecraft was back in the day, right? Like all of the kids play it. I'm sure it's fun. It's just remarkable how huge it is. And most of my emotion is pride for the developers at not throwing away the opportunity they got when their game blew up. Like, they are doing very well at capitalizing on that and keeping people engaged and keeping people pretty... I mean, I don't play it, so maybe the community's not happy, but I think they're happy. Like, they keep coming out with expansions. They're killing it, and that's inspirational to see, regardless of what you think about Fortnite. Those are some kind of awesome small potatoes that I've seen. Turnips. Turnips can be pretty big. I have seen some pretty good-sized turnips in my day. Radishes are okay if they're pickled just right. A pickled radish. You know, in Stardew Valley, I pickle all kinds of stuff. I throw whatever vegetable I happen to have. I make a lot of pickled corn. I make some pickled eggplants. I pickle some parsnips. I pickle all of it, all the stuff. But I've never pickled a radish. Radishes and soups and stews are all right, depending on the type of radish. Abumi Curse Mark. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Hazel. Hope you're having a good day. I just got home from work and I'm about to start my dailies for rep, so I was excited to see you streaming. Welcome to the stream. Oh man, you getting your BFF? I mean, I guess if it's dailies, it could be any kind of rep. There's all sorts of reps out in the world. Are any of you guys planning 8.1 alts, like an alt that you wanted to start but you haven't let yourself start until the patch, or like an alt that you're going to go back to and pick up after the patch? And if so, what are you planning to play? Like, what's your race class combo? I want to do a Culturan Zandalari alts, but they're not here yet, and they're not going to be here for a while, and I'm not mad, but I'm not happy. There used to be a rock grunge band called Radish who were rather average, irrelevant factoid. I mean, what if... I've never heard them, but I somehow feel obligated to defend the honor of the band Radish. I guess average isn't an insult, it's just average. Radish, more like radish. You look radishing. Dislike Rewind because they wouldn't really scare PewDiePie. I think that's a fair criticism. Have you tried farming the rare mounts? I've been trying for the hyena. No, I haven't touched that yet. I feel like I'm kind of saving that. Like when I finally run out of stuff to do on stream and I just, like, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel and I can't think of anything else, then I can just, like, go, I mean, I guess the very, very, very bottom of the barrel is going back to Argus and then fishing for a pond nettle mouth that I won't ride. But we could grind for those. I should probably do those while it's still BFA, because right now, I'll also be getting like cloth that I can sell and greens that I can sell or disenchant, whereas in future expansions, those things will be less valuable. But yeah. My 65 Void Elf Warrior will finally get some attention. I'm going to play a Panda Monk. Ooh, that's kind of a good pick. What kind of monk, though? I feel like they're all very different. Maghar Shadow Priest. Play my Culturan Druid. Yes, I don't think they'll let you keep that name. My sis and I are excited to level Nightborn. I'm going Warrior. Nice. Minecraft could be used for educational purposes. I don't know much about Fortnite, but I also don't know if I've seen anything educational about it. It's not popular, heavy decline. I wonder what the next thing is then, because there's always something. There's always some huge thing. You know, WoW was that thing once. It was just a long, long time ago. I have a number of alts I should level up. My Shaman, Night Elf Demon Hunter, Blood Elf Death Knight. Trying to get Void Elves and prep for Zandalari. Dark Iron Dwarf Shaman. I love Dark Iron Shamans. They're so cool. I'll likely pick up another alt, so I have all the professions covered. Not sure about the race class combo yet. I think I want to finish my Dark Iron and my Lightforge. So I've got my Lightforge Paladin, and I've got my Dark Iron Warlock. And between those two, and also just, like, leveling my Horde character, I have a lot of leveling to do. And right now in my life, there is 0 time that I dedicate to just leveling. None. Absolutely none. There are slots for lots of things, but none of them are leveling slots, and so it just hasn't been getting done. And I wonder if I just need to, like, do a set of leveling streams that I have, like, a good excuse to do it. You guys are my peer pressure force to make myself do things in WoW these days. I'm gonna wait until 2019. I want to make a Nelf Resto Druid, try some RBGs. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds like a fun time, especially if you can talk somebody into doing it with you. Oh, I got a titanium compound bow. That was added to my appearance collection. What does that look like? Well, that's a thing. Also, I reached level 111. Thanks, guys. I guess I can't say that I don't level. I'm leveling right now. Look at that. Cheers. Catch-up mechanics for alts. You can level faster because of the experience nerfs. You'll be able to level 110 to 120 faster through incursions, and then once you're at 120, you will have twice as much Warfront stuff available to you because they're adding another Warfront. I have a Goblin Lock when leveling for 8.1. Hopefully I'll have her at 60-ish for the leveling nerf. Nice. There are not enough goblins out in the world. Not enough goblins running around. I have both the Hyena and Golden Mane, but I don't have the strength to go for the Donkey. I got the Pond Nettle in almost 2,000 fishing casts. Ooh. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, so over here we have 1,800. So I think we can go buy another thing, and hopefully it's more fun than the last thing. I'm thinking of remaking my first ever character, which was a female Nelf Druid. Oh, that's a fun idea. A female Nelf Druid. I think I once or twice tried to recreate my first character, because there was like this was a recreation of my first character that I had on this account, I think, was I played a Night Elf Hunter, so that was kind of what this was all about. But before that, like when I was playing on my friend's computer at their house, trying out the game, years and years and years ago, and I played on their computer, and I made a little Draenei Hunter, and I remember being just enchanted with her accent. Like, I thought that was the coolest thing. She was too far away from everything because I was too far away. And I was just running around shooting moss and stuff. And I never really made another Draenei. Well, I had a Draenei Hunter once, but it wasn't really the same thing. I don't remember how I had her customized. Like, it was so long ago. Healing Monk, healer for life. A male orc mage. After shiny hunting on Pokemon, fishing for anything in WoW isn't nearly as stressful. Which game are you shiny hunting in? I have never done it, and I kind of don't want to start, but I might get roped in. One of the best. WoW is relaxing. It is relaxing. Leveling streams would be great motivation. Would you agree that macadamia nut is the best nut? Did you look at who you're asking? What kind of nut do you think I'm going to tell you is the best nut? You know, take a guess. Who do you think I am? You give up all your horde? Nah. Wow, sorry, I read that, but I didn't read it. I did not give up all of my horde. I have one holdout. I mean, I have other horde characters. They're just not, well, maybe I deleted some of them. Now, she's a troll druid, and she's mostly for PvP, but I do need to have a horde character for some video stuff and just for collecting some stuff, like for some pets and toys and whatnot. So I'll be leveling her at some point. So we turn this in, and that brings us up to 2,000. So I could buy either of these, turn the hourglass or embrace the Will Northern. I'll buy the more expensive one. That's fine. We'll buy the hourglass and see what happens, because I haven't looked up any of these. I have no earthly idea what these toys do. Hourglass. Let's hope it actually shows up. Okay, it shows up. There we go. Turn it. Well, it's on a cooldown now. Oh, future me is whispering to me. That transmog's truly amazing. It's so amazingly amazing. What? Oh, wow. I think future me is roasting me for the fact that I only know like 3 superlative words, like how I call everything really cool. I feel like I'm being roasted right now. Also, she's right. No, this transmog's fire. There's actually a Minecraft Education Edition. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. That's really cool. Rambo's Bow, just level on streams and read quest text in funny voices. I think I burned myself out on funny voices after my 2013 Shadowrun Returns Let's Play. I think I peaked and it's all downhill from there. Resurrect my female goblin hunter. I just watched YouTube Rewind, didn't see Hazel. No, I'm not in the video. I'm not in the video. I am such a tiny YouTuber compared to the people that get in that. And also, from the sounds of it, it's kind of a lot of work to be in it, and they don't pay you. Or I don't know if they pay you or not, so it seems like a big thing. Shiny hunting is so much fun. I suggest you try it. Hazel's the best. Hazelnut. You got it. A couple things happening in 8.1. Handful of stuff. You said you needed somebody to mention island twinking again, so I made a demon hunter twink a week ago. It's so good, I refuse to do islands and other characters now. Are you grinding it now instead of, like, or are you gonna do more of it after? I mean, I guess you're gonna do more of it after the patch, but, like, I've been kind of putting off doing islands because I wanted to do more of it after the patch. I feel a little bit ripped off. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I feel a little bit ripped off right now that future me whispered me one thing when this toy has a 2-hour cooldown, but then she said something else. Do bronze dragons buy into timeshares? Scheduling vacations must be a nightmare. Who wrote that? Also, I think I can hear the cat. Oh, there she is. How did you open the door? Are you magic? You coming up here? I think I'm about to get a cat. Hi. There you go. All right, so that's that one down. There is one more toy left. It is 1,500. We can do a third, and then maybe we'll just level. Or maybe I just buy it and then level. I don't know. I'm so lazy about time walking. Back and Mop, you got me way into pet battles. How are you today? TK 45440. Finally able to catch you live. What's up, Macy? I used to shiny hunt, but I wouldn't call it fun. That's always kind of been my impression of it. I don't know how to do time walking on this character. Like, I guess I can try and mistweaver heal. Let's try and let's do what is the mistweaver healing. And I apologize in advance to whoever I end up healing, but I feel like we can make it work. And this one needs the stuff. Do emotes to your future self. Oh, it's too late. I missed it. I guess I could do it on this character. Your current look is reminiscent of an old school Brazilian rock singer called Rita Lee when she was younger. Well, now I have to Google that. I wouldn't be surprised. I used to have, like, a vision for how I wanted to look when I got ready. I can see it, actually. I used to have a vision for how I wanted to look when I got ready, and lately I've kind of lost that, and I just, like, try and make sure I'm clean. And, you know, hope for the best. I don't know if that's getting older or just getting really lazy. So I'm spec'd into tanking right now. I can't be a tank. I think the problem is I went Mistweaver, but I don't have, my staff has agility on it, and I don't have an int staff. So I don't heal good. So we can get Mistweaver loot. I also have tank trinkets, but despite all of that, I am not okay to tank. I don't know. I don't know. Well, maybe the scaling will be in my favor. Let's find out. I apologize in advance. Please know what you're getting into if you sign up for this one, because I miss Mistweaver healing and I'm not very good. Hi, I'm Hazel. One more time walking. I rewatched the Asera Legion cinematic the other day, so I've gone Alliance to make my first Nelf. Play on laptop. I have in the past played on a laptop. Wasn't my favorite. Got on a little late, but I made it. My guild is about to do the time walking raid Ulduar. I wish you guys the best of luck, Brittany. All right, 1 DPS. I have an MSI. An MSI lap. Does MSI make laptops? I have an MSI motherboard. I'm quite familiar with it these days. Gonna remake your first character, though I'll use a different name because I was seriously awful at WoW then. I feel like the way that we name our characters evolves over time, too. Like, as you get older, you give your characters different... I mean, not everybody, but I think it's pretty normal to give your characters different types of names. Okay, so I'm gonna delist. As a note, whenever I do these groups, I usually say hi at the beginning, and I try to remember to say thanks at the end, but aside from that, I do not really look at party chat. I'm usually trying to look over... Oh, bye, cat. I usually try and look over at stream chat. So I may miss stuff if it's in party. I may miss stuff if it's in stream, but I try my best. Lately, WoW have gotten too advanced for it. What do you mean remake? What are we talking about? We're about to start a guild? Ulduar? Okay. Oh yeah, no, Ulduar was done in Timewalking, so they basically just scale it down so that you can do it at a quote-unquote challenging difficulty. But it's basically just like a Timewalking dungeon, except that it's Timewalking Ulduar. You learn more words. Oh, man. Oh, boy. How are you today? I'm so excited because I'm almost exalted with our Guessing Reach. I watched an old VoD of yours that made me start grinding again. Nice. You're almost in Void Elf territory. Almost ready. All right, so this is what I'm talking about with my bars being like oddly apart, and it's not a big deal because I just moved them all back, but I just don't know. I just don't know why they scooched. It might have something to do with the resolution. So my plan for healing is I'm going to throw down my Jade Serpent statue because that's pretty and I would enjoy decorating with it. Throw Renewing Mist on people. Channel Soothing Mist, and then press the other buttons if I get scared. And I don't know what they do. I know the brown one's like a hot. So I'm gonna do this, throw down a statue, and then channel. I know the brown one is a hot, and I know it increases the healing of my other stuff by 40%. So that's a good one to press because now all of these other heals are bigger. And then it looks like Vivify is instant. Also, Vivify heals the target of Renewing Mist. Okay, so nobody else has Renewing Mist right now. Also, I can take that poison off. So we'll do that. It just looks like it's got a bit of setup, but that that it's kind of nice. I don't know. How do Mistweavers feel these days? Are they happy with their lives? Is it fun? It looks fun. I enjoy the minty green color scheme of everything, so that it's got that going for it. And I can't really judge it based on, I can't really judge it for throughput because I, like I said, am in tanking gear with tanking trinkets. So that's a rough thing. Do a viewer Ulduar raid? We did we do? I don't remember if we did. Back when the Molten Core event happened. Maybe we didn't. That was a long time ago. When the Molten Core raid happened. I might have done at least one of those on stream, maybe not. Those are miserable. Like, doing that and farming that for Hatespark the Tiny burned me out entirely on the concept of Timewalking raids. Like, they did that, and then a couple years later, they were like, we're bringing back Timewalking Black Temple, and I'm just sitting here like, why? I mean, it's fine. For people that want to do it, that's great. But I cannot fathom being somebody that wants to after that. It's like, if you make it hard enough to be challenging, then people are just mad that they have to reprogress through stuff that they already did. You have people that never did it before being significantly worse than people that did it. And then it's an LFR style difficulty, so you can't make it that hard. So you just have to make it faith roll, but you don't want people to get it through it too fast. You give everything too much health, and then it's just like this giant meatball that you just pulverize, and it's not the dream. So I want to heal myself. I have other buttons, and I want to know what they're for. Essence font. I don't know, but it did something. Oh, I got an achievement. That's good. What does Essence font do? A rapid twirl of healing bolts. AoE and puts hots on people. AoE puts hots on people and castable while moving. That seems overpowered. What else we got? Fortifying Brew is my cooldown. That's my teleport. That's my dispel. That's a stun. I trying to figure out what all my buttons do. Different account. Speaking of time walking. Oh, hang on. This button and then this button. Speaking of time walking, what's the requirement for the weekend quest? Just 120. Seems like something good for alt gear. I think it's just 120. I don't see why it would be more. Because you can do time walking even below 120. So I would assume that once you're at max level, you can get that cash. It would be a good one for alt gear. But you do have to do, what is it, 4? So it'll take a little bit of time. You can't just like, I guess it's not that much time. You can go through these pretty quickly. Love my mistweaver. Monks rule. I unsub for Star Wars because of a new expansion coming. Is Star Wars got a new expansion? I mean, the follow-up question to that is, I didn't know the Star Wars MMO was still going. I remember very briefly playing it. It's like the Republic something, right? I played it, and I remember the quest being kind of cool, but I just didn't care about Star Wars. Man, love my mistweaver. What else we got? Wonder if one day they'll do time walking pet battles. Well, I mean, obviously right now you wouldn't need to because they have not raised the pet level cap, thank goodness. But it would be funny if you time walk, and I'm not asking for this to be completely clear, but it would be funny if you time walked back to a previous version of like the changes, and you know, it would be less like time walking pet battles, and it would be more like Pet Battle Classic. It would be like if they made mop servers, and then you just do like mop pet battles with the mop systems and whatnot, and the mop pets. I don't really have any complaints about the way pet battling is currently, but I will say there are a lot of pets. There are an awful lot of pets. This microphone is a Rode NT1A. The camera is a Sony RX100 Mark V, and it is connected to my computer via a Elgato Camlink HD60. Hazel's one of the happiest sounding YouTubers. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I wouldn't say that I'm happy all the time. I get cranky often. I just try not to yell about it. I'm not a yelly person. I'm not usually angry about something unless somebody's trying to tell me that Venetian blinds are better than curtains or that I should wear gloves instead of mittens. And nobody's ever tried to tell me that. Everybody has been wonderful in life about respecting my right to wear mittens. So I've been pretty good. What are we talking about? I lost it. It's almost 2019. I don't have the Warclays of Azeroth. Oh no. I'm up to 76 of 101 ship names. You are well along the way to your goal. Hello, Hazel. Your videos are awesome. Thanks, Reese. Appreciate that. Time walk back to the days of Carminia's Water Spirit Howl Bomb. The meta we had, but the meta we did not deserve. I can't say that I miss it. I remember, like, I think I was just salty because I spent a lot of time, and I still do when I make them, although I don't do them that often anymore. But I spent a lot of time back then working on pet strategy videos, and I would try strategy after strategy and try to get it just like a little bit better. And I always started my strategies from a position of, well, which pets do extra damage and take less damage and have moves that synergize well against the moves that this team is using. Like, I tried to do it like that. And then I would like finish my strategy and I would look online and everybody's like, well, if you just howl bomb it, you kill it way faster. And I was mad because they were right. Howl bomb was way better. And we went through phases where this was also true of like the Zandalari Ankle Render and Knee Biter and whatnot. It was way better than trying to do the fight logically, even though it like the type didn't match up at all and I was just upset. Nilsaurus, thanks for the super chat. Thank you for the Unavid. I just did all the ball things. Gotta get her and I will get him. Keep it up. Congrats. Congrats on your future ball. Or as some people like to call him, ball. Do you think Dez the Taxman is a good banker alt name? Reasonable. Little bit of a mouthful, but works out. Oh, we're going up here. I thought all Canadians were happy people. I don't know if the stereotype is that we're happy. I think the stereotype is that we're polite. And I mean, obviously there's polite and rude people everywhere. But I would say that I knew an awful lot of lovely and polite people when I was in Canada, and I miss them very much. You should wear gloves. I love your streams. The best content takes a lot of work. I think so. There's probably good content that doesn't take a lot of work. There's probably people that are just so talented that they can just like wake up in the morning and, you know, do a pirouette and then they just like great content just falls out of their ear. But that's never been me. The best legacy mode when farming mounts in Throne of Thunder. No idea. I would assume that they're all the same, but I don't know for sure. What's your favorite BFA pet? Like the battle pet probably. I want the little long boy. It's I think its name is, what's its name? It's one of the Horde quest pets. I don't have it yet. I need to. It's on my list of things to do, but it's pretty far down that list, so it hasn't been done yet. It's the little Brutosaur. It's like a baby Brutosaur. It's really cute. I wish I could remember its name. Should have done the shortcut through the water. Typically we do. This seems like a perfectly good way to go though too. Might be a little longer, but less chewy fish. The chewy fish are always annoying. I'm a returning player and I'm a clicker trying to turn to a keybinder. Could you please give me your top tip to make this transition? So my top tip, and this also applies to anybody trying to switch from a keyboard to a gamepad or vice versa. Make a new character of a class that you preferably have not played before, so that you will have much fewer buttons. And don't do a Demon Hunter. Like, make a class that you start at level 1. And you're not going to have that many buttons. And keybind them. And figure out where a comfy spot is for those buttons. Like, kind of feel out how often you're going to press them. Try and find a good spot for them. You can move it around later. But keybind buttons as you learn them. And level up that character. And you'll... Like, that way you're doing it without fighting against years of muscle memory of doing it a different way. Because you're on a different class. Like, it's different enough for your brain to kind of make those changes in a different spot, and that'll make it easier. You can switch on your main, of course, too, but that'll make it easier to kind of get that transition started. A little time intensive, but if you're having problems, then it's a decent thing to try. If you could decide what raid to put in time walking, what would it be? I'm not going to do any of them, no matter what raid it is. I will. I don't want to time walk raids. Like, if I could go back in time and do them again when they were fresh, I would probably go back to MOP and do the first, like, every tier but Siege of Orgrimmar, because I didn't raid in MOP until Siege. I did, like, a little bit of Siege of Orgrimmar flex, but up until then, I didn't raid in MOP. And I missed on what seemed like some amazing raid fights, because I was doing other stuff. So I would like to go back in time and do them when they were fresh, but if they told me that they're putting Throne of Thunder in Time Walking right now, I still wouldn't do it. It's just like it's kind of like a Warfront. Like, it's going to take a while and it's not going to be hard, but it's still going to take a while. Like, I think that's the recipe for something super boring. Like, you can't really fail, and I guess you can more fail a Time Walking raid than you can a Warfront. But there's no really threatening failure state. There's no worry about not doing it. It's just a question of how long it's going to take you to do it. And there's no real incentive to, I don't know, it's just like, ugh. Not fun. Do we have Loa pets already? Little Shirvala and stuff? I don't know. Lil Benfon, that's the one. Lil Benfon, that's his name. Thank you. Now that you got your mega computer built, congrats, by the way, thank you. What day next week? Oh man, I was this morning looking for vlog questions. I have recorded that, by the way. I haven't edited it yet, or it's not finished editing, but I have recorded it. And something I usually do is I'll pick the ones for the video, and then if there's something that, like, I can answer but doesn't make sense for the video, like it's a super specific thing, like a tech thing, sometimes I put them in the video, but sometimes I'll just, like, reply in chat on the day that I pick the questions, which would be today. And somebody asked when the baking streams are back now that I have the computer. And I'll tell you the same thing I said then. Soon. Not a specific date, but soon. I just need to get a few more things sorted out and caught up. Like, we got a patch next week. I have some videos I would like to finish. I have some updates I want to do to the stream. I need to, I just need to feel more caught up. And I know I've been saying that forever. I would like to get my schedule in a better place. I've had an odd week of just, like, sleeping at weird times and waking up at weird times and not being super on my game, and I would like to not feel like I'm putting myself further behind with a baking stream. I want to do it when I'm going to feel like I'm ready to be there and not feel like I should be doing something else. What I wouldn't give to do Molten Core? Oh, wait. How was your day? I had a bad one. I'm sorry to hear that. My day's been going all right. I can't complain. I've got you guys to chat with this afternoon, and that is helping an awful lot. Also, nothing bad happened. It was one of those days, though, where I just didn't have a lot of energy. I had to re-record the vlog a bunch of times, and I'm still not 100% happy with it, because I'm just watching it, I'm watching the footage back, and I'm like, what is this? Like, who cares? Like, I wasn't happy with the footage I was getting. So I did it again, and it's all right. I don't know what I want, but it was just one of those days I was trying to record, and I was just in this mood where I was like, I don't want to talk, I want to just, like, snuggle up in a big blanket and work on something where I don't have to talk. And for a vlog, you kind of have to talk. It's kind of important. It would have been odd for me to make a video that was just like 30 minutes of me, like, you know, coloring. like the adult I am. One of those days. Throne of Thunder is too long, too much running, and not enough shortcuts. Maybe I wouldn't have liked it then. I always get, I'm well known for getting very lost. Not very good at navigating dungeons. So, it's, maybe I wouldn't have liked it. Got your stream. Recovering from wisdom teeth removal. Have you been playing very long? We've been going for about an hour and a half. I wish you the best recovery in wisdom teeth. You have my deepest sympathies. I've been there. Oh, I've been there. That's rough, but at least it's over now. You're on the other side. Off to bed. I have to go with my dad, get a Christmas tree tomorrow. Have fun. Have fun. I'm just so excited by holiday stuff. You're going to have such a great time. You're going to get such a lovely tree. I mean, even if you get like a little dinky tree, it'll still be a lovely tree in your heart, I hope. Our tree's not super big. We've got like a little, I mean, it's a false tree because I like false trees. I grew up with them, so they're the thing that reminds me of Christmas. And then, it's not a full-sized one, but it's a good size, you know? It's like 4 feet tall. It's got some ornaments on it. They're not super special to me, but I figure, you know, I hopefully have a long life. I don't plan on keeling over anytime soon. So the dream is that as you live, you accumulate Christmas ornaments from different memories and things that you do in your life. And I guess I just haven't had any memories yet. Because my tree is a bunch of like default ornaments that I got off Amazon that people buy to like decorate their shopping center trees. And then there's one that my husband got from work that doesn't really represent either of us very well. And I just haven't gotten any more, I don't know. I know Blizzard sells ornaments, but they're never selling them when I'm like in a mood to buy Christmas ornaments. And they're always like more money than I'm ready to spend on a thing that is really just a thing. But then I put up the tree and I'm like, I don't have any ornaments for this thing. Coloring stream. Oh. Confirmed. I need to either replace that or, I mean, I adjusted it last time and I thought it was fine. It's because I twist it in different orientations for different things and it's not happy about that. It is kind of cheap. Timewalking Blackware still requires an Onyxian cloak. Hazelnutty coloring book. New channel idea. I'm ancient and I collect comic books. Being mature and sensible all the time is overrated. Collecting comic books sounds like a very mature hobby to me. It sounds, I would say, almost dignified. You know, you're like a librarian, like a historian. Maybe you can have Kitty sit in cam, looking into the cam. You just got to do the voiceover in your best Kitty voice. It's tough to get Kitty to sit in a place when you want her to. She sits, you can't trade pet charms. She sits where she will sit, and then you just have to hope that you can, get a camera on her if that's what you're after. We are all bears on this blessed day. That's pretty silly. There's never a Flipper or a Lassie reboot with real animals. I missed something. Oh, I see. Oh, about the cat, yeah. I have horrible hours. I never get a chance to see your live stream. Thank you so much for your pet guides. They've been amazing for Family Brawler. What's your favorite pet for fun? For fun? Like for fun battles? Lately in Pet PvP, which I might queue just one of, I have been using this team. What do we call it? Where'd it go? Did I forget to save it? Not like these are the teams that we set up with Hero in that last stream. And my Merkalot team. Maybe I forgot to save it. And I've forgotten what's in it, so I'll have to go back and look at that. But my Merkalot is he's just so good. Oh no, I know what it was. It was the destruction one. It was the, yeah, it's this team. My Merkalot is just such a good pet, and also he's like a really funny looking one. He's a cute model. I could see Johnny Depp playing the dolphin in Flipper 2019. You know, I wouldn't be mad. Greetings from Poland. Welcome. What's up, Chad? Thanks for the super chat. Thank you for the run. I was the Moonkin with the Warfront strat. Thank you for putting up with me and my life. I know I have some questionable mistweaving skills, but we got through it, and I appreciate that. I'd love to know how old Swifty is. I think Swifty is ageless. I think Swifty is just such a fixture of the community That he literally is just like a, you know, he's almost more of a concept than a human being. And I'm sure he is a human being. I'm not trying to dehumanize Swifty, but like, you know, he's like it feels like Swifty has always been Swifty, and Swifty will always be Swifty, and he is just timeless and unchanging in a very beautiful, permanent looking way. I'm gonna be very sad if Swifty ever like stops Swiftying. You missed my bear form to all the forms. I'm glad he knows when we all ended up as bears. Thoughts on YouTube Rewind if you've seen it. It wasn't the best video that I've ever seen in my life, but I also don't think it's worthy of, you know, burning anything down or railing against the man. I think it was pretty par for the course with the other rewinds they've done. Singing Sunflower does the most damage in the auction house. Alright, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Hopefully Hero has left because he's going to be appalled with my forgetting how the strat works. So we've got a Rabbit, a Blight Breath, and a Clutch Sister. From what I remember, the whole thing is we load in here and we use this one. I'll have you all know Johnny Depp was great in the new Fantastic Beasts movie. I haven't seen that yet. I have not yet seen that. So this Meteorite is going to do a little less against Blight Breath, but it will at least hurt the other two somewhat. And then we will live our lives. So he's going to do that. I guess I'll throw up a Phase Shift and then a... I probably should have Twilight Fired first. I don't know. So now everything's going to be on cooldown. So I guess I'm just going to switch. I don't want to switch in him, but I don't really want to switch in him either. I don't know. Blight Breath is kind of messing up my life over here. Castbar mod is called Gnosis. Gnosis. Welcome, Hazel. I love your streams. What actors would you get to play your character in a movie of your life? Oof. I don't know, actually. Are we trying to think of somebody that looks like me or somebody that would be able to do my mannerisms, which I don't really know what they are. I don't really know how I present. Like I'm sure that I've seen a billion hours of myself talking in a video while I'm editing it, but I've usually been too consumed with self-loathing to actually realize who would be able to do it. I'm still here. It's hard to mess up with this team. Well, I'm certainly doing my darndest. I'm getting cleaved down with Blight Breath, and I don't really know anything to do to avoid it. I kind of wanted to save the Merc a lot so that I could do that again, but I'm just getting Blight Breath down, so that was kind of a mistake. Thanks for the key binding advice. Just got back from a holiday in Bali, and I'm looking forward to getting back into it. I was watching your pet PvP video. I heard the voice, hadn't known it was Hero, but it was absolutely certain I recognized it from somewhere. Then he laughed, and I knew exactly who he was. That's how you know. Keisha, thanks for becoming a member. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. I appreciate the support. I hope you enjoy your access to your new emotes and wallpapers. We can, I mean, put whatever you want on your phone, but we can be phone buddies with matching phone wallpapers. I put those up for patrons as well as YouTube members. There's a post there if any members want that. And so he's gonna dodge it, but can I still Thunderbolt the rabbit in the back? I can, but not very well. I think I'm doomed. I think this is over. Hello from Brazil, Hazel. I'm drawing and watching your stream. Now that sounds like a lovely combination. What are you working on? I am... Streams are actually one of the things that I do while drawing. I've tried just putting on music and then just focusing on it, but I feel like I'm not using quite enough of my brain, and I'm just more comfortable if I can have a stream on while drawing something. Usually Overwatch League. Overwatch League is going to be back in February. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Okay, so what am I doing? We got 20 minutes left. I'm kind of feeling just trying. I don't really want to do another time walking, so I'm kind of feeling just running some pet PvP and trying to remember how these teams work. I should theoretically, hang on, I don't remember how this works. You're supposed to Black Claw and then switch? Is that it? What was that, the whole thing? Black Claw and then switch to Make It Rain? I don't remember. But this is this is the same team. So I would theoretically want critter damage, which I don't have. But at least I won't be... I don't know. I don't remember. She level wild pets. Just look for the higher level version of them. So usually a wild pet, I guess there's some that appear both as low levels and as higher levels, but most of the time they only appear within like a small range. So I wouldn't worry about trying to grind for like an extra 1 or 2 levels on a pet if you already found a rare version of it. But if you've got like a level 2 rat and then you find a level 20 rat, then that's probably a good thing to pick up. The girl who plays Charlie in Supernatural. I have not seen Supernatural, but I can Google and see. Let's see. Charlie Supernatural. I mean, I've seen the first season. Where do I know her from? I must have seen her in something else. She looks really familiar. You should team up with John Goodman. Julia Roberts with the right hair. Julia Roberts, I mean, I am definitely not a young whippersnapper anymore, but I think Julia Roberts still has a few years on me. How's the new system holding up for you? It's been good. Been good. The only problem that I haven't managed to sort out yet is this one, which is getting worse apparently. Maybe I should turn that off. I need to sort out whether or not that's a camera thing or a cable thing or a driver thing. She went Merc-a-lot. Blight Breath doesn't have the undead move, so it wouldn't have hurt him, and he could have burst him down much quicker. That's probably true. Alright, so if I do this, then I can heal myself, because it's definitely going to miss, because he's dodging. So that works. And then his Black Claw's over. Should I switch back? I don't know. I'm doing this all wrong. All wrong. You should set up some notes for the teams. Yeah, that's a good idea. At least I have that stream as a record so that I can go back and look at it. Like, I can go back and just play it on double speed and try and, like, skip to the part with the team and listen to him tell me how to do it, and then maybe I can make the notes from there. I should have done it while I was setting them up, but hindsight. Finally getting to catch one of your streams? Welcome. You have a weather add-on. A weather add-on. No. I think the rain that's happening here is because the cleansing rain ability has been done. So if we drain blood, that's going to heal, which helps, but we're still kind of doomed over here. So if I wanna beat that team, what do I run if I want to beat that team? What about this one? Because that way we're forcing them to swap, I think, with Nethergate. You almost never Black Claw first. Dot first, then Black Claw, then you swap out. Otherwise, they can just swap out with Black Claw and take no damage in the back row. Oh! Oh, that was Felicia Day? Oh! Yeah, she looks nothing like me. She's her own... her whole own league. I think she plays WoW. Does she still play WoW? There's a lot of people that, like, they're on the list of people, like, celebrities that play WoW, but I feel like WoW has been going on for such a long time at this point that there's a big difference between played WoW and currently plays. Drawing backgrounds for class tomorrow. Also lead on the guild. Has she done others? Like, I always see her thrown around as she was in the guild, but she must have done other things that I've seen. I remember her from Doctor Strange, was it? Doctor something. I think it was Doctor Strange. She was in that, right? That was really good. Oh man, so I think I don't want to talk too much about the teams that I've set up. Maybe we should. I also still have anniversary mail on most of these characters. Oh man. Maybe I should just save that for the next time I level and see if it works to pop it the one time. I've heard that the buff will disappear once you log out. I don't know if they fixed that or not. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to Man Beast X Factor and Man Beast with 1T. Fair enough. 2 Anubisath idols, huh? And a Son of Animus. I wonder what they're going for. I actually have no idea. I'm just going to kind of throw out the minefield. And then... what do we do? Switch? Set it? Switch in the Nethergate? Favorite superhero? I have not been much of a superhero person. Like, I'll watch, I mean, in the past I've watched the Marvel movies as they come out and whatever, but I've never been super excited by them, and the more recent ones kind of lost my interest. I haven't really been keeping up with the shows or whatnot, so I guess you could say Squirrel Girl. She's a real inspiration. Oh wait, So, oh no, deflection. I have not thought this through. And then I just put up immolation, but Sandstorm's going to completely negate that, so that was a waste of a turn. I'm not doing very well. Dr. Horrible sing-along blog. That's what it was. Yeah, not Dr. Strange. That's a whole different thing. Dr. Horrible. That's right. That's what I'm thinking of. She was in Eureka. You ever play Final Fantasy XIV? I have played it. I've tried almost all of the other MMOs, I feel like, at some point or another. I played it. I remember it was really pretty, but I got super grumpy and quit because, one, I mean, it's really easy to make me quit an MMO that's not WoW because I already know in my heart that I'm not going to switch. And I also know that I'm not going to keep up playing with 2 MMOs in a given time, so I just don't bother. But the thing that made me quit was I was in a capital city, and I just couldn't find my way out. Like, I was trying to find either an NPC in the city, or I was trying to, like, find a specific exit to the city to get to a place to do a quest, and I just couldn't leave. Like, I couldn't navigate the city. The map I was not happy with. There was, like, multiple layers to the city. I couldn't figure out my life, and I just got frustrated and quit. But I remember the character creation, like, the character customization was really cute, and the environments were amazing. But I was also always missing the, super missing the whole Final Fantasy nostalgia aspect because I never really played a Final Fantasy game. Squirrel Girl for the win. Squirrel Girl is too OP, right? That's, you know, that's the role model you want to look up to. Just pick a real good one. All right, so after my whole mishap with with the Sandstorm immolation thing, I pretty much just stayed in that character or stayed in that dude. And then so we can throw out Minefield now. And okay, so now he's not about to die anymore. What's he got? I'm gonna extra plating, and he's gonna extra plating. All right, well, that was something. I kind of want to bring out the Porcupine. I don't really know why. I want to, like, Powerball to get my speed above his speed so that interrupting Jolt won't ruin me as much. But, oh, his damage is going to wreck me. That was going to be true regardless. So if I Powerball to get faster, then I can Spirit Spikes. I think Kira told me to do that. So that's going to do some damage. Not much, but some. And then we can flank, and I have my Beast Racial. And I'm going first. I only got two rounds out of that. We can flank again. What happened to the mines? I could have sworn I laid down mines. Are those gone? He's going to come back. He still has extra plating. And now I'm toast. So, one warbot with not that much health versus the rest of the world. I don't play anything but WoW and sometimes Diablo. Are you a Diablo PC guy or a Diablo Switch person? I'm starting to really fall in love with my Nintendo Switch. Like, first it was my whole Stardew Valley thing, which I'm still playing, although I've calmed down a little bit. I got my farm to a place where I'm like, I've unlocked the tool upgrades up to gold, so I don't really need to go crazy for a while. I'm just kind of working on people's friendship and, like, stocking up gifts for people, and that's a little bit slower paced, which is nice. So I'm going to throw down this and then try and just get him with a pair of rockets. Although I'm gonna, there's no time for plating. Oh, I should have plated because he was gonna deflection. Oh no! I've made mistakes. We just started catching up. She's the baddie with Patton Oswalt. I don't know if I've seen that. From the celeb face matching app, my best match is Vera Farmiga, Kate Blanchett, Lisa Ann Walter, and Catherine Morris. I'm so bad with actor names. Farmiga, like, oh yeah, I can kind of see it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say we did not win. I think I'm doing this wrong. I think I'm doing it all wrong. I think I've forgotten how to do them all. Let's go back to Bling Bat and do that again because I know now that I did that wrong. I'm going against some really good players today. It is true that on the last time that we did this, it was mostly people trying to do their achievement, and now it's people with, like, actual meta teams. We're not far off from, the reason why I'm trying to, like, get a couple of these extras of these in is because I'm actually somewhat close. 234, so I need another, like, 16 wins or so Too many to do on the stream today, but still close, you know. I would like to finish that on the stream soon. My best Super Smash Bros. Fighter. Oh, I'm terrible at Smash Bros. Absolutely gosh awful. I had it actually as a kid. I had Melee, and I played it a lot, but I played it exclusively by myself. And I don't remember what I played. Oh, I got a win. I got a free win. That was lucky. So, usually if I play, I just pick something random, or I pick like a Pikachu? I think I picked Pikachu. I don't know. Diablo on PC? Switch, do you not have a phone? Sometimes I'm just curious to know, because I've been enjoying other games so much on my Switch. What if Diablo on Switch is what I need to really become a Diablo person? They poofed when you swapped. But the game that I got most recently is, my husband and I exchanged Christmas gifts early this year, and we did that last night, and he got me Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, which I didn't even know that I wanted until I had it and I was playing it, and he got me one with the Pokeball controller, and I'm kind of in love. It's kind of adorable. Switch is awesome, but all I play is Dragon Quest Builders. So for a while, I'm saying for a while, like for a while I didn't play anything on it. Like I got the system for my husband for Christmas, or for his birthday rather, back in September. Oh, I'm just getting, I want to try and use my team. I got Octopath Traveler for him because he likes RPGs. And didn't play that. And it wasn't until like a month ago, or however long ago it's been a blur because I've been so addicted, but I decided to like try out Stardew Valley on it. And then I played, I think I have something like 50 hours on it, which I know isn't a crazy Stardew Valley time, but considering how little calendar time I've had it, like I had a couple of weekends where I did nothing other than meet basic obligations to my life. Like I cleaned the apartment and the aquariums, and then I did nothing else but play Stardew Valley. Which was a little bit insane. And that's just been so good. And now the Pokemon thing is just like, I didn't believe in Pokemon Let's Go. I was like, well, it's not a full Pokemon game. It doesn't work exactly the same. So how can it be? Is somebody just trying to feed me wins? I'm trying to, I mean, I'm not mad, but that's not what we're trying to do here. Maybe my team counters their team, because I do have water damage that would get their thing. So maybe they're just trying to queue into somebody else. The Overwatch winter skins, I have not looked at them. It's been so long since I've played Overwatch. I enjoy watching it a lot, but I don't play it. So I've decided to save money by not buying loot boxes to get skins like I used to. I used to buy loot boxes every event and try and get a bunch of skins, but that was also back when I played. I like the Switch idea, but haven't played my Vita enough. I guess I'm just not a mobile gamer. I mostly play the Switch in docked mode on the TV on my couch, just because I'm rediscovering my inner child that loved couch console games. Nintendo specifically. She had a GameCube and she was very attached to it. I'm like reconnecting with that part of me. But it is nice to just pop it onto the thing, and sometimes like take it to like a different corner of the apartment and just like curl up somewhere with it if you don't want to be looking up at the big screen. It's nice flexibility. If you know doing pet battles with level 1 pets, they scale to level 1, 2. Yeah, like the World Quest Tamers for sure. A night stream? We're actually almost done. We're almost done. We're wrapping it up soon. We're doing another pet battle at least. I want Tortolan and Tuskar to be allied races. What do you think? I don't know if I would play either of them, but I think they would make very charming allied races. I think that you'd have a harder time getting adoption on them, because the races that are kind of like that, like Pandaren are a big example. They're kind of like super animal style, and not, I don't know. Not many people wake up in the morning and go, you know what I want to be is a panda bear. So I don't know how many people would play them. Like, full time. Like, people think things are cute. Like, people think gnomes are cute or need to be kicked or one of those two things. But not that many people actually play them. I tried Eternium on my tablet, but meh. Tuskar would be cool. I want centaurs. I want centaurs. I want cool, woodsy centaurs. I think that'd be fun. Couch gaming is awesome. If that's childish, I refuse to grow up. I don't think it's childish. It's just something that I haven't done a lot since I was a child. I spent my teen gaming years, like I played a ton of GameCube as like a kid, like, you know, 9, 10, 11 probably. And I played less as I went through my teenage years. Like, I had the occasional party where I would play with friends, but for the most part, I was in school and doing music. And then by the time I got back into PC gaming, when I got into WoW, I pretty much just did everything on PC after that. And I was at a desk, and, you know, that was back before I had a desk job, which I don't think this is a desk job, but it is at a desk often. So now I usually just, like, if I'm done my video stuff for a day, I usually just want to get out of the office and leave this room. And being able to do that on the couch has been the thing, I think. Sometimes the queue bugs, you have to leave and re-queue. It shouldn't take longer than a minute ever. Oh, okay. No, I know you're right. So we're going to Fel Immolate and then Black Claw so that they can't swap and then take it into the back line. I got you. And then we Black Claw. And then if he's done damage to me, which he hasn't, he's got a Beaver Dam up. I can just stay up here and try and immolate the Beaver Dam. What's he doing? He's chewing. That's fine. He hasn't done any damage to me yet, and he's taking all that immolate Black Claw damage. So that worked out really well. So I'm going to drain blood and then probably do it again, actually. So we only really do bling again. We need to make sure, I think the thing here said is that I need to make sure that I reapply Black Claw before my bling comes in. But I can still just, like, this is working good. This has been decent damage. Greetings from Portugal. Hey, JLux, how are you doing? According to Celebrity Face Matcher, there are no celebrities that look like Kira. She is one of a kind. Only one of her. I majored in music ed in college. I played euphonium and sang. You may be the first euphonium player I've ever met in the wild. I was not a euphonium player myself, but I did dabble in the flugelhorn. I was a trumpet person, but I definitely tried out flugelhorn a few times just because it had such a silly name that I had to try. And also it has a lovely sound. It's a very lovely sounding instrument. I did like my goblin back when I was a Nelf Druid. My friend was a gnome lock. I miss my goblin. My goblin was a priest. They're sassy. They have fun animations. So we throw out the rain. And then because I'm first, I kind of just want to go for the damage because I'm going to be able to hit into the Black Claw. Like, I'll worry about the gift package later. Because both of those hits should benefit from Black Claw. And then Make It Rain is also going into that. So now that I've applied it, I don't need to do it again, right? What do you do for a living? I make YouTube videos and I stream these days. So basically this. Did you finish collecting the Darkmoon race toys? So hard for me to do that. I think I did. What was it called? Maybe I didn't. Toy box, Darkmoon. Like, I definitely didn't finish all of the Darkmoon toys, but I think I finished most of the racing ones. Question mark. So now I'm going to throw out the gift package. I don't remember what it was. Powermonger Gold. So no, clearly I didn't. I must have missed at least one because I don't have Gaze of the Darkmoon. I don't know that. I didn't finish them all. I don't know why I thought I did. Bummer. I love your streams. I'm so glad I found your channel, inspiring a new way for me to play WoW. Cheers. A Diablo phone person. Heading home. Thanks for the stream. See you later, Chris. So I think I win because I still have another pet. So I think we're finally playing one. I am jealous of the Captain Nibs though. I like this person I'm fighting against is the real winner in my heart because they have a Captain Nibs and I have not found one yet. I'm planning to do a bunch more islands after the patch because it just seems like it'll be a better time to do it. Maybe even on leveling characters. Maybe I will level my characters on stream by spamming island expeditions and hoping for pets to drop. Maybe that's the dream. What do you guys think? All right, so it looks like that one might be the win. And then that brings us up to 238. So for another stream, for another time, we only need 12 more pet wins until we get the stunted direhorn. So that's kind of fun. In any case, thank you guys very much for watching my live stream today. I am done for the day. I'm going to get the vlog out this evening before I sign off and go probably play more Pokemon. Thanks for hanging out and chatting with me. It really did brighten my day today. I appreciate you guys a lot. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful patch week. I will see you guys Tuesday morning, Patch Week Tuesday. I will be streaming again.